I find people all the time who are like me, who write all the time to process their experiences, who are finding minutes in their lives on the bus, at train stations, just in the evenings when they're exhausted, like writing until 2 o'clock in the morning and then, falling to bed and then getting up at 6 in the morning and going to work. So that's what I've done for the last, for decades, actually. It's been really, really bad. It's really, really bad for my sleep. But to me, writing is critical. So writing is something that I do to process the world. It's the way that I try to understand my own emotional landscape, to see what's happening in my life, to understand people around me. This is what I do. I write. And sometimes I don't really understand a situation until I can actually get in and write about it. So this is how I process things, and it's critical for me. It's like if you were to take away my writing, I would feel like I would die. So I have to write. I have to write. And one of the things that I found in the last, 2 decades is that, sometimes when you look at your own life, it's impossible for you to be able to adequately convey the truth of something. You can talk about what happened, you can list the facts, but this is very different than the truth, because the truth also involves an emotional reality. It involves your beliefs, your assumptions, all the things that led up to that particular moment. There's a deeply layered experience. And to me, I don't think I have the capacity yet to be able to write about the things in my life with that level of truth. And also there's a tremendous vulnerability to that too, I think. I find that fiction is one of the best ways I've discovered to be able to tell the truth about things. So the facts aren't accurate. They're not things that really have happened. But the emotional reality, the emotional truth of a situation, you can tell through fiction. And that's what I've really enjoyed about the experience. So I write all the time. I write anytime I have a moment, So I write in the margins of my life is what I tell people, which is the truth. So this is how I wrote my book, May the Wolf Die, which is this. And it was published, which is an incredible gift, actually, because I think when you're writing, you have things that you need to say. You must say, they have to come out of you. But the writing of it is only one half of it, because it's communication, right? So the other half is how it lands. How is it received by other people? So you're saying these things, but then having it received is also crucial. So being published is an incredibly moving experience, because now people are hearing what you've said, and it's pretty awesome. So everything about getting published has been just phenomenal. And I ended up with a really amazing agent and a really amazing editor at Penguin. And I think that's really freaking amazing. It's just been really lucky. I've been really, really, really lucky. I'm under no illusions that I'm not tremendously lucky with this. Because I think that there are probably writers out there that are incredibly talented, who've been writing their whole lives, who love it as much as I do, who are as passionate about it as I am, and have things to say, and they just don't find the right agent. They don't find the right publisher for what they have to say. And so I think that there is a piece of luck about that. So if you are one of those writers who is, who loves the craft, who lives for this, who needs it all the time, who is creating all the time, and you haven't found that agent and you haven't found that publisher, it doesn't diminish your capacity. It doesn't diminish your value. And I hope that you're able to find that person, those people, to advocate for you and to put your voice forward, because I do think that there is an element of luck to find the right people. So don't think that it's a reflection on you if you haven't found them yet. But I was very lucky. I was really, really lucky. And I was able to find people who liked what I wrote and were great to work with, just phenomenal to work with. And so I got published. And this is the book, May the Wolf Die. It's set in Naples, Italy. And Naples is a place I love. It's I spent several years there. I was working with the US military at the time. I was an analyst. And it was a truly phenomenal experience. And I loved the city. It was great. And I met some pretty remarkable people there as well. And so some of them become inspirations for characters in the book. So the book was released in July. And yeah, I don't know how I don't know how this is supposed to work, you know? How do you get people to know about your book? How do you let them know? So I went on tour, I visited bookshops, and I met some amazing booksellers and some really incredible people that were advocating for me. I had a publicist at Penguin who supported this and put out some press releases, and I got a really amazing review from the New York Times, which was awesome. So that was really great. And okay, but then I would walk into bookstores and there were no copies of my books on the shelves, you know? So I'm a new author. It's hard to get your name out there. It's hard to have people see what you've done. But so last Friday, I got the news from my publicist that Publishers Weekly had named May the Wolf Die as one of the best books of 2024. It's pretty freaking amazing. So yeah, like I was just happy for days. So anyway, it was such a tremendous honor. And so then I went and I looked on the website, and it's one of only 12 books in the category of mystery thriller that was selected as one of the best books of 2024. And so this was just astonishing. It was astonishing. And I feel really surprised and really humbled and really grateful and really lucky. And I'm so grateful for everybody that supported me, because I don't think, it's never a solo effort, is it? It's never something that you just do by yourself. You have people around you that support you. I mean, you know, friends who read the book, and you know, gosh, it's so hard to get anybody to read the book when you first start writing, isn't it? Like, you're like, please read my book. But it's really gave me good, you know, good feedback on what I was doing and what was working, what wasn't working. And yeah, and just the luck and amazingness of running into, you know, finding agent and finding a publisher who was just incredible to work with. So I'm incredibly grateful, and I feel very lucky, and I want to share this in a way that conveys the emotional truth of this, because social media scares the hell out of me. So, you know, to sort of bare your soul, to be authentic about things, and I always feel like there's a part of me that like constricts and doesn't want to share because it's terrifying. But I want to be present with everything that I do. I want to be honest about everything that I do. And so I honestly want to say that this has been just an incredible experience from the very beginning. And it's been astonishing to to read people's experiences with the book. And every single review that comes in, I mean, you're not supposed to read your reviews. I read my reviews, you know. I want to know. I want to, because it is that communication. Because writing is a communication, and I want to hear how the book is received. Even if somebody, if it doesn't land well with somebody, if it's difficult for somebody, if they don't like my writing, I'm okay reading about that. I want to know. So. But I'm so tremendously grateful for everybody that has read the book and has purchased it, and I'm just really appreciative of that. Thank you, thank you for that. And I'm really excited. I've written the second book in the series, and I've sent it off to my editor, and I have no idea what she thinks of it yet. So I'm like super nervous. And I've been researching and writing the third book and meeting with people that are subject matter experts in the field. And that's all I have to say about that. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Here's the book.